This is KVUE News Daybreak.
Good Thursday morning to you, and thank you for watching KVUE News Daybreak at 4:30. I'm Yvonne Nava. We begin with developing news overnight. Reports surfaced late last night of a loud boom in the Temple area that was heard as far south as Georgetown. We have learned that the noise came from exercises at Fort Hood. Temple police say both Fort Hood and SpaceX alerted them about exercises that were happening this week. The exact cause of the loud boom is still unclear. One witness says she saw a large flash coming from that area. A spokesperson for SpaceX did not immediately respond to requests for a comment. And now let's get a look at what we're tracking with Storm Team meteorologist Erica Lopez. Hi there.
Hey there. Good morning. Well, we're tracking an increase in temperatures and also humidity slowly increasing. You're going to notice this morning not as chilly as yesterday morning. We're already in the mid to lower 60s for the majority of the viewing area. A south wind is going to slowly increase our dew points. We're talking 70-degree dew points by tomorrow morning. Enjoy the more comfortable, stable air for now. Right now, the hill country, you're in the 60s across the viewing area. 67 in Johnson City, Fredericksburg at 64. Central counties in the lower 60s for Pflugerville. A couple degrees warmer than that here in Austin, but Dripping Springs at 62 degrees this morning. Our eastern counties closer to the mid 60s for LaGrange, Carmine, Giddings at 64 degrees this morning. So here's what we're tracking. Some of you might not love it. 90-degree temperatures. The good news about today is that humidity will be rather bearable, but for the next couple of days after today, I'm talking 90 degrees with unbearable humidity. I'll talk about that and also your heat index values, what we're expecting through Saturday, and also our next chance of rain. Yvonne, back to you.
All right, thanks so much. Well, today we are hoping to learn more information about how two commercial planes bumped into one another's wings last night at ABIA. It happened just before 8:30 p.m. Officials say it caused noticeable damage to at least one of the planes. ABIA says a United Airlines plane was taxiing out of a gate, while an American Airlines plane was sitting at a gate nearby when somehow both planes' wings collided. The plane was headed to Houston. Passengers had to get off of the plane using stairs outside. There were no injuries in the collision. The Federal Aviation Administration is investigating the incident. New information on a bill aiming to dismantle the Affordable Care Act. A new report by the Congressional Budget Office says the GOP health care bill would leave 23 million more Americans without insurance and would force some of the nation's sickest citizens to pay much more for coverage. ABC's Lana Zach explains what lawmakers are now doing to tackle the health care overhaul.
The new estimates are in, and the nonpartisan Congressional Budget Office is projecting millions of uninsured Americans.
The report makes clear Trump care would be a cancer on the American health care system.
Earlier this month, House Republicans narrowly passed their version of the bill.
This is a repeal and a replace of Obamacare.
Moving forward without a full accounting of the likely effects of their legislation. But now the CBO report is complete, and it estimates that in its current state, the bill would reduce the federal deficit by $119 billion over the next decade, but also leave 23 million more people uninsured. The likely effects even more dire for people with pre-existing conditions and senior citizens. A 64-year-old making roughly $26,000 in some states could see his or her premiums climb nearly $12,000 or more. The AARP in a statement condemned the plan for what they called the devastating impact the bill would have on older Americans by imposing an age tax and hiking costs for those who can least afford them, eroding seniors' ability to live independently. But the head of the Senate Republican says he's committed to repeal and replace regardless of what the CBO says.
It's a technical, procedural step beyond likely reiterating things we already know. The updated report will allow the Senate procedurally to move forward.
But the bill faces an uphill battle in the Senate, and some moderate Republicans, like Susan Collins, are calling upon their fellow legislators for a bipartisan solution. Lana Zach, ABC News, Washington.
And a campaign for mental health treatment here in Austin says the repeal of the Affordable Care Act could hurt services and treatments for families in need. The OK to Say campaign says 9 out of 10 Texans think it's hard to talk about mental health issues. Yet 3 in 4 have a friend or family member that has struggled with mental health. Mayor Adler is now calling on Congress to protect mental health coverage. And we are learning more about the man accused of setting off a bomb outside a concert hall in Manchester that killed 22 people and left dozens more injured. The brother of Salman Abedi, the accused suicide bomber, told officials he knew his brother was going to carry out an attack, but he says he did not know where or when. Libyan authorities detained Hashim Abedi on Tuesday for questioning. A spokesman for Libya's counter-terror forces says Salman called his brother 30 minutes before the attack. Hashim told officials he knew exactly how the bomb was made and believes that Salman created the device by himself. He also told them he helped his brother but didn't go into details. Their father, along with another sibling, have been arrested as well. So far, a total of 8 people are in custody in connection with Monday's attack. We are hearing more and more about mass terror events, yet still a lot of people think, well, it can't happen to me. So this morning, we're helping prepare you for the worst. Officials with Austin Police Department's Counter Assault Strike Team, or CAST, say there are 3 things anyone in a shooting should do to increase their chance of survival. First, acknowledge that there is a shooter and run away as quickly as you can. If you can't leave the building where it's happening, the next step is to hide. Barricade yourself somewhere that has a door and a lock, like a bathroom, classroom, or closet. If you can't run or hide, the third thing you should do is fight.
You need to fight, and to fight with everything that you have. About 20% of would-be active shooters are subdued by their would-be victims.
Knowing these 3 steps and having a plan could just save your life. CAST will come to any establishment to teach active shooter response training for free. To learn more, click on this story on KVUE.com. The man accused of killing a University of Texas student and injuring 3 others earlier this month is set to appear in court for another hearing in just about 2 weeks. A judge is still waiting to see if Kendricks White is fit to stand trial for murder. He went through a second mental evaluation, but a decision was not made at a hearing yesterday. The next hearing is set for June 9th. And Austin police need your help this morning tracking down a man accused of sexual assault. Take a look here at your screen. We have a sketch of that man. Police say it happened around 3 in the morning on May 4th. The victim says she was walking on Rainey Street during the attack. She said the suspect lured her to a secured area before assaulting her. He's described as an African-American man in his early 30s. He carried a black messenger-style backpack and has a short buzz cut with a stocky build. If you have any information, call police. Happening today, Texas Governor Greg Abbott is expected to sign a bill that will crack down on inappropriate relationships between teachers and students. Senate Bill 7, known as the Pass the Trash Bill, aims to stop the practice of passing teachers who have inappropriate relationships with students from district to district. The measure creates a database to track them and adds criminal penalties for administrators who don't report teacher misconduct. The new law will make passing the trash a state jail felony. A bill that could reform the state's school finance system has hit a roadblock. The Senate made major changes to the House bill, cutting out money for students and adding in education savings accounts or vouchers. The bill's author says he will not accept the Senate's version. Instead, he wants a conference committee to try to work out the differences. But Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick now considers the bill dead. Let's get another look at our forecast with Erica Lopez.
All right, good morning. Lots of sun again to progress into the rest of our work week. But now we're talking an increase in temperatures. Yesterday was quite comfortable, almost picture perfect out there. Today, still lots of sun, but check out your temperatures making it into the 90s this afternoon. The good news is that humidity levels will still be low. So it's going to be a comfortable 90s. Yes, toasty and warm. Lots of sunshine, but dew points will remain in the 50s today. Now, the big change in the next 72 hours is going to be our humidity levels. Temps are going to hang around the 90s, so get used to that for about 4 days or so. But notice by Friday into Saturday, humidity levels increasing to the 70s. That's going to make our feel-like temperatures in your forecast for the next few days. Note Friday and Saturday heat index value, which is a feel-like temperatures in the triple digits. So we're talking dangerous heat for Friday and Saturday. Today still comfortable in the 90s. And then, yes, unfortunately, rain shower chances for this weekend. So busy forecast for the next several days. I'm going to break down hour by hour exactly what we can expect. Most importantly, Memorial Weekend rain shower chances. I'll give you all the details coming up later this morning. Yvonne, back to you.
All right, Erica, thank you. The original artist of this large mural at 12th and Chacon Streets that was painted over earlier this month has been asked by the building's owner to repaint the original. I was kind of hoping they would do that. That's great. The store owner and artist Chris Rogers are discussing today what the new mural will depict. The mural had famous black musicians like Michael Jackson and Tupac, and some people were outraged when it was painted over with white paint. A Milwaukee woman is getting praise for fighting back against a car thief. Check it out. She jumped on top of her hood to keep the man from driving off. Oh boy. Coming up, we're going to show you how the incident ended. She's brave. And there's a device that's aiming to make flipping your pancakes easier. Quita Culpepper and Albert Ramon tested out the pancake flipper. I was so interested in this, I already watched it online just because I want to know. I'm not going to tell you if it works or if it flops. You're going to have to wait and see.